A little broccoli. Let me get a better knife. I'm going to take a little broccoli. Butternut squash. Let's get a little broccoli, some zucchini, some butternut squash, a little bit of the chickpeas, and here we go. That is really good. And so easy. It almost cooks itself. Hi, I'm calling this episode Choose Your Own Sheet Pan Adventure. It's a dinner that you make on a sheet pan with the ingredients that you decide to use. I'm going to give you some ideas, but then it's on you. You think you're up to the task? It's a lot of pressure, but I think you're going to love it. Let's get going. So these are just the ingredients that I came up with. You can put almost everything on that you enjoy, and then you just put it in the oven, and when you open up the oven and take it out, you have a beautiful dinner. Here are some ingredients that I've come up with. Kale, broccoli, spinach, garbanzo beans with shallots, zucchini, carrots, butternut squash, cauliflower, or chicken thighs. Unless you're vegan, then don't use them. So I'm actually going to do 2 sheet pans. We're going to start with the larger one for what I'm calling the greens and the beans. This is the broccoli. Here comes the kale. You really want it to be a single layer, but things like kale shrink as they cook because the water comes out. Don't stress anything. Food should be fun. Here comes the spinach. And I really love the way it comes out when you do it like this. And by the way, you could stop right here with this sheet pan and you would be a very happy person. So I'm putting some garbanzo beans. This is 1 can of garbanzo beans. You decide what beans you want. I'm not your mother. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna spice it. Who gets some rosemary? You do, little beans. Actually, everyone on this sheet pan gets rosemary. The people on the next pan, no rosemary for you. On top of the beans, I am putting thinly sliced shallots. I forgot the zucchini. I'm famous for always forgetting something. I'm sorry, zucchini. They'll get over it when they roast. And now comes olive oil. And I'm going to put a generous dose on the beans because the beans tend to dry out and we don't want that to happen. But everyone else just gets a nice dousing. Guess what the beans get? A little bit of balsamic glaze. Everybody gets some salt. The greens get a little bit of lemon. That's it. That is really it. It is just that easy. Now let's go to sheet pan 2. We're going to give it a little spray with aerosol olive oil just to make sure that things don't stick up. Here we go. Cauliflower, butternut squash, carrots, lots of beta carotenes in this tray. And finally, chicken. But I've marinated this chicken in olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, rosemary, lemon, and a little bit of honey. I don't want to touch the chicken, so I'm going to use my tongs. Here we go. This has been marinating for about 2 hours. I recommend an hour at least. We're going to doll up our orange friends. Little olive oil. And by a little, I mean a lot. Salt. Pepper. And I am adding garam masala, which is a spice blend from India. This one is from my friends at Burlap and Barrel. So I am going to put a little of the garam masala on my cauliflower, my squash, and my carrots. What we have now is we have 2 different sheet pans. Aren't they beautiful? 2 different spice profiles. They're very different, and yet they're going to get along very well when they get out of the oven. It's going to be delicious. Let's put these babies in the oven. Here you go. It's going to be nice and warm. And now we wait. I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. You can always add more time, but you can't take it away. Timer set for 15 minutes. So now I'm going to go check my email. Let's go. Let's see how our sheet pans are doing. Those look great. Now I'm going to assemble them. Looking good. Now I'm gonna just put on a little parsley. I always use my hands. I wash them, don't worry, but I just find that of all the tools that I have, my hands are my favorite tool. Now let's put some parsley, and I, of course, like to do this with my scissors. Especially good for fresh herbs. Look at that. And voila, there you have it. Choose your own sheet pan adventure. Dinner on a sheet pan, as you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like my videos and to subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time on Mad in the Kitchen. And now we have some time to surf the internet. Let's go.
Surf the internet?